Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Dumb Laws from the Grave. I'm your host, Grave Knives, coming to you from the Grave's Court. Today, we're going to be checking out some dumb laws from a state, but before we get started, I do want to run across a few things with you just so you can keep in mind before we watch and see what this state has to offer. You're going to see a lot of dumb laws, yes, but you're also going to see a lot of BS laws. Absolutely, a lot of bullshit happening, but there are laws out there that will have truth to them. Now, a lot of the ones that do have truth to them tend to have, like a much older era setting. And we're talking 100, 150, 200 years ago. And if you're, possibly wondering why they could be still on the books, well, it's a long process to actually remove a law because a law is not singly, it's not just written on the book by itself. It is a part of a bill. So, which is included with a variety of other things. So then they have to get in the lawyers, they have to rewrite the whole thing. They have to go through reviews, voting, and you can end up getting something way worse happening in your area as opposed to the thing that was just because. So a lot of times people just kind of like let it go and it's not enforced because they know it's morally wrong or whatever. Now, then there's like overly exaggerated laws. That'll happen a lot too, where somebody will be like, oh, you can't harass a Sasquatch, or you can't shoot a fucking whale in Tennessee. There's a good one. And these are, they're basically taking the most extreme possibility out of an actual law and saying, well, technically that does count. And technically, I guess they're right, but they're technically an asshole for stretching it. However, bravo for it. Anyways, but still. No, so don't take them too deep to heart by any means. I don't know. With all that being said, I hope you enjoy. And now let's see what they got. All right, so getting us started here with California, and it's going to be a long-winded episode. It definitely is, possibly even going to be a two-parter just because there is that much damn content here. I'm going to try to get through it as quickly as I possibly can, so let us begin with, it is illegal to store your own stuff in your own garage. According to Chapter 6 of the San Francisco Housing Code, private and public storage garages in apartment houses and hotels shall be used only for storage of automobiles. Failing to comply with the law can lead to fines up to $500. Now, that is actually obviously a city ordinance law, housing code for the city of San Francisco. That is not a statewide one. And at least there they do point out that they let us know that it's a damn town or a city. That it's not, the entire state. Cats and dogs are not permitted to have sex without a permit. There are so many angles I can go with that fucking broad stroke law. They're fun. They're entertaining, right? Because, are they talking about you're not allowed to breed cats and dogs, animals, without a permit? Because that seems like that kind of probably makes sense. I'm not saying it's perfect. But, yeah, I kind of get that. Or are they saying that a cat and a dog have to have a permit to have sex? Because that one is just, who's filing for that? I'm trying to get a cat dog like on Nickelodeon back in the day. I don't think that's actually how they, I don't think you got that accent that well out there in Cali. But, no, bro, I just want the cat dog like from Nickelodeon, dude. Ride. That's like some 90s surfer, I guess. I don't know, but brah. We'll just use the word brah a lot and everything, and we'll fucking nail it. Old women must hide their faces when in the vicinity of virgins. The penalty for disobeying this law is 5 years in prison. Something tells me that first of all, that's got to be like an old town, like almost a rural area, a town code, or, an ordinance of sort. That just, I don't, when? What city? Where? What part of fucking California? Is there any more information on it? No. I mean, it's interesting enough. Makes me wonder. I mean, it seems like horseshit because it seems like, if you didn't walk out with your face covered, which nowadays actually, face covering, no problem. But, I just, really? 5 years? Why? It doesn't make sense. I need more, like, elaboration on that shit. It is illegal to rob a bird's nest from a public cemetery. All right, I'm going to say I think this one to me sounds more like one of those misrepresented laws. Like, it's possibly, we'll say, let's kind of add some stuff in. It is illegal to rob a bird's nest of a protected species in any public area. Now, that seems more logical. However, here they're showing us it's illegal to rob a bird's nest from a public cemetery. I guess that's technically correct, but I mean, if we're going off the assumption that my version of the law is more accurate, but yeah, just it's almost dumb that you just put it up. That's really what the dumb part of the law is. No more than 6 people are allowed to stay in a hotel where payment has been paid for just one person. Is that actually a fucking law? Because I don't know. I got the feeling that that's literally someone put that up as a law just because some fucking manager clerk on the night shift told somebody, hey, it's against the law for you to do this, and we'll call the cops if you don't pay for all 6 people. And they were like, damn it, all right, fine. Here, I'll pay an outrageous price. You know, fucking bullshit. You just kind of like everybody straggles in one at a time and, you know, just don't let everybody know. Don't be like, hey, where's this room at or blah, blah, blah. Just walk in. Believe me, I walked into a number of hotels and they don't fucking ask you shit if you don't ask them anything. They don't want to talk to you. So I don't know. I really do feel, though, seriously, that's just kind of like a hotel clerk going, oh, it's against the law. My boss said I have to call the cops on you. And it's more like just personally myself, I'd be like, call the cops. They're not staying all night. We're just getting smashed and then they're going to go drunk driving. Anyways, don't do that. That's not a good idea. If robbing a bank, shooting at the teller with a water gun is prohibited. The water gun. I feel like I've actually read that somewhere before. But yeah, if robbing a bank, shooting at a teller with a water gun is prohibited. So if you're robbing a bank, that just seems like something like if that has any type of factual evidence. I mean, if it's factual in any way, shape, or form, it's just one more way that they can just tack on something else to you. Sounds ridiculous, but like, oh, well, he didn't actually go in with a real gun. Yeah, but he squirted that teller with water. That teller is now traumatized. Therapy for the rest of life. It is legal to set a mousetrap without a hunting license. Is it really? Is it really? I don't. That one's kind of hard to believe, too. Something about that. I mean, again, a lot of these, are they saying state, city, county ordinances? No, they're not doing anything like that. This is very broad stroke. I don't believe that period, though, because that sounds absolutely, unless it's like trapping for any animal requires a license, a hunting license. Now that very well likely could be the true law, and they just went ahead and, again, misrepresented it and tried to make it to some ridiculous hokey bullshit. It is an offense for, and yeah, I'm going to I'm going to poke at and point out the hokey bullshit because, damn it, there's a lot of hokey bullshit on here and that I have to dredge through all this stuff. Anyway, so it is an offense for residents to appear on a reality TV show. That's got to be like a small town or possibly at the greatest a county ordinance. Because there's been too many fucking people in California that have shown up on. I mean, how many reality shows do you actually have going on in California? Fuck, appearing in one. Jeez, y'all are hosting them. Shit. A law created. Oh, wait, on some beaches, I'm going to skip this one. On some beaches, it is still illegal for females to surf. I'd love to know what year that was from. I mean, because I'd like to know where nowadays they're telling a woman, you can't surf. You're a girl. You can't do that. I would like to know where the fuck that is because I guarantee you it's not happening. Because if it was happening, it would probably blow up across the fucking news and then a lot of people, both male, female, and in between would be like, hey, fuck you. Don't you tell anybody they can't surf because that's stupid. So it's probably most likely, again, one of those laws that's just really old, possibly old. I can see it being around in the 50s, absolutely. Like, whoa there, little lady. What you doing there with that surfboard? Where's your boyfriend at? You don't scuff your boyfriend's board up. You know, I could see that in the 50s, yeah, absolutely. Nowadays, no, not a fucking chance. A law created in 1925 makes it illegal to wiggle while dancing. Look, I've watched y'all fucking dance. It's all you do is fucking wiggle and knock against each other with your crotches. That's it. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen dancing. And no, I'm not fucking, I don't watch that Dancing with the Stars bullshit. I don't watch TV, period. But, yeah, no, real dancing on the dance floor, it has been junior high. You know, when we had the slow dances, that would be about the closest thing to real dancing that I think I've ever seen in my life. As for everything else, it's just like, pa, 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 yeah, ah. That's just what we see. It's like, what the fuck? So you're all breaking the law. You're all going to jail. Next time you go out to the dance club, just go ahead and turn yourself in after you leave. I was wiggling, officer. I was wiggling on the dance floor. One may not leave sand in their own driveway. Really? 15-3, depositing certain items on public or private property prohibited. No person shall place, deposit, throw, or dump, or cause to be placed, deposited, thrown, or dumped any garbage, swill, cans, bottles, papers, ashes, dirt, sand, rock, cement, glass, metal, carcass of any dead animal, offal. What the fuck is offal? Refuse. What the fuck is refuse? Plants, cuttings, or trash of rubbish. Or refuse? Refuse. Fuck you. Of any. So basically, it doesn't sound like they're saying you can't have sand in your driveway. It sounds like you're getting out of like after you just came back from surfing, ladies, and you pull up at your driveway and you're like, damn, I got some sand in my shoe, and you dump it out. It's not like a cop's gonna pull up and be like, hold on, were you just surfing and you're dropping sand in your fucking driveway? No. Excuse me, ma'am. No, they're not fucking doing it, man. It's not fucking happening. What they're talking about there is like, hey, don't leave like large deposited amounts of garbage, trash, or even sand or dirt, like, you know, compost even. Don't leave these just like fucking piled up. And yeah, your driveway counts as your personal property. So again, don't get mad at the law. Get mad at the way the asshole wrote that shit at the top. Yeah, again, like I said, a few grains of sand, they ain't gonna come at you. If you have a fucking sandcastle in your driveway, they may be like, what you doing? Why? Well, I'm going for it. Guinness World Book of Records. I'd be like, all right, well, get done with it and clean that shit up as soon as you're done, because if I get a call about your neighbor saying, I got sand all over my fucking yard, there's a reason for that. So, really not so much of a dumb law. It's more like I just come along and I poke holes in these fucking dumb claims. Males may not dress as females unless a special permit is obtained from the sheriff. Okay. Okay, California. Let's see what we got. 17-31, male dressing as female. No man or boy shall dress as a girl or woman without a permit from the sheriff, except for the purpose of amusement, show, or drama. So you don't... Okay, I was actually going to the acting, the drama level, but so you don't have to have a permit for thespians? So what the fuck is... So just... Hey, man, I just feel like dressing like a lady. I'm here for my lady dressing permit. What? I'm here for my cross-dressing permit. Fucking shit. Obviously, a very small town. I guarantee you that is a small town. That is a city ordinance somewhere. Or, again, at absolute greatest, a small county. So, definitely not a state statute. I guarantee. I'm pretty sure. I would be pretty sure that that's not a state statute. But if it is from 59, maybe. Persons may not pick flowers from the city parks. Huh. Picking in parks. No person shall pick any flower or flowers growing in any park, any public park or place in the city except by the express authorization of the superintendent thereof. So somebody works their ass off trying to grow, like, I don't know about y'all, but like maybe once you get it down and you know what you're doing, yeah, it's kind of like anything else. It's like once you started riding the bike, then you know how to ride the bike. Most people, that ain't how, not everybody's got that green thumb. So someone who goes out and works, and like it does take time to nurture, care, and grow these beautiful plants up. and then someone's running around just fucking whack. I want to take them for a fucking, maybe I can get laid and I'll take these fucking flowers out, No. I could see where they'd be like, nah, hey, motherfucker, asshole. Would I really want to call that a crime? No, but I mean, does it suck that apparently somewhere they had to fucking make this ordinance to where people would quit fucking destroying the flowers? Maybe they were just doing it just to be dicks. It wasn't even like necessarily like a fucking romantic tale of like some feller going off to court his lady and he grabbed some flowers from the park on the way and, hello, ma'am. No, it wasn't fucking like that. Some kids like with a skateboard like, I know, I've been there. I seen them do it. Anyways, children may not wear masks unless during Halloween. Hold on, children may not wear a Halloween mask unless they get a special permit from the sheriff. Got a kind of feeling that like maybe this is the same town with the last sheriff. 1732, mask or disguise. Wearing, no person shall wear a mask or disguise on a public street without a permit from the sheriff. Hold on a second. 1732, 1735. 1731. Okay, so I'm going to say that 1731 and 1732 are extremely closely related. Huh. That's very, very interesting. Now I'm pretty curious. Now there are further on accommodations here for me to actually hunt down this law. Now that's actually kind of interesting because I got a feeling that it may be, again, misrepresented as far as what the overall law is. But then again, maybe it's a city ordinance, and maybe the sheriff was a fucking dick. That's also completely possible. Yeah, I don't see anybody actually making kids get a mask permit for Halloween. That just sounds. And honestly, it says no person shall wear a mask or disguise in a public street without a permit from the sheriff. It says no person. It doesn't say children on Halloween. It says no person. So, but again, I bet that law has adapted recently. Kites may not be flown above 10 feet over the ground. Kite flying restricted. It shall be unlawful for any person to fly above an altitude of 10 feet above the ground or near any electroconductive public utility wires or facilities. Any kite or balloon which has a body or any parts, tail, string, ribbon, made of any metallic or electrical conductive material. Okay, they say you can't fly your kite above 10 feet, which honestly makes me go, well, what the fuck is the point of flying it? But at the same time, when they follow up, when you actually read it, this is what gets me when they say this shit, when they make this claim, but then they actually show me how their claim of the extremeness of the law is kind of stupid. Near electrical conductive public utility wires. Don't fly it around the power lines. Jesus. Like, you need a law for that? Maybe that is a dumb part of the law. Maybe it's the fact that you have to be told, don't fly your fucking kite by the fucking power lines, jack off. Jago. Anyways. No, I don't really see that as, like, out here in a rural area, if you go out to any other rural area, you're going to be able to fly your kite as high as the fuck you want. Nobody gives a fuck. However, yeah, when you're by power lines, probably not a great idea. Probably pretty fucking dangerous. You know, I mean, at the very least, maybe you don't get shocked, but maybe you cause something to fucking go down with that power line, and then people have to climb up that motherfucker and fix your fuck up. Yeah, there's a reason for that. I mean, then not to mention the inconvenience of possibly a city or whatever being thrown out of power because you wrapped your fucking kite around the damn power line and it blew a transformer or something. Yeah, I don't know. It's possible. You know, it kind of sucks at this point because, like, it used to be about, like, me making fun of all these laws about, like, how stupid they were. Now it's just more like, damn, the asshole who wrote this is dumb because this law makes sense. Anyways, ice cream men must obtain a license before selling any ice cream from their car. Yeah? And use of vehicles for commercial advertising. I get it. You see it as a tax, okay? And you're just like, oh, they're taxing you to do this. They're taxing. I get that. I mean, in a sense, yes, a permit is just like another tax, another fancy way of saying a tax. But I don't know, you just want any Jago out there like loading up their car with whatever kind of weird ice cream treat or possibly screwed around with and just drive around and make money on it? Nah, I would think just like any other public vendor, you probably need a fucking permit to do that. So, anyways, I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. It's a public vendor permit, not an ice cream man. It's not like they were like, get that fucking ice cream man, and I swear to God, if he does not have that fucking permit, you better shove a fucking rocket pop up his ass. Anyways, use of vehicle or commercial advertising. No person at any time shall operate, drive, or park or cause to be operated, driven, or parked upon any street, alley, parkway, sidewalk, or public property within the city limit without first obtaining with written permission, therefore, from the city clerk. Any advertising vehicle, sound truck, or commercial vehicle. So it's not even just talking about like vendors by any means. It's actually talking about like, you can rewind to an era when they would do advertising. They drive. I mean, I could think back in like the Three Stooges era when they'd be advertising, and I can remember seeing them drive around. Again, not like I was fucking there, but in the Three Stooges when they fucking filmed this shit, things that toned to that culture of the time. That's how they would advertise things. They would have a big old fucking box truck driving around with a speaker thing in it and somebody playing it, and that's how. And so yeah, I mean, it can go as far back as that, or it could be present day. It's not a dumb law, either way. No, don't worry. I'm not going to keep doing the Dr. Seuss thing. Before a business may have, although it would be fun, wouldn't it, man? Anyways, before a business may have going out of business sale, they must obtain a special permit. All right. You know what? Actually, no, I kind of like that because, I mean, how many times have we seen businesses like, I'm going out of business. I'm going out of business. Like every few months, they're going out of business, you know? It's a going out of business sale. It's more or less like a cliche, gimmicky just phrase that they use. That they're not really going out of business. They're just, oh, we're going to sell things at the prices if we were going out of business. Permits required. It shall be unlawful for any person to advertise, represent, or hold out that any sale of goods, wares, or merchandise is an insurance, bankruptcy, liquidation, mortgage, insolvents, assignees, executors, administrators, receivers, removal, and closing out sale of any particular department of such stock or goods. Yeah, see, that's the difference. Again, I'm not going to say that's a dumb law because that's actually the difference. It's like when people, like I just said, they use it as a gimmicky fucking sale pitch. They're not really going out of fucking, they're not being forced to liquidate this stuff. However, if they are, then they need to actually fucking prove it. I get that. That makes sense. Not a shock. Man, keep throwing me the not dumb laws over here, please, California. What the hell? Who wrote this shit? Remote controlled cars can only be driven in designated areas of city parks. Maybe a dumb law. Restricted areas. Let's see. You know what? It looks like there's going to be quite a bit here. Holy shizu. Okay. It shall be unlawful for any person within the city limits of public schools, parks, recreation areas, and open spaces, which are now or which may hereafter be within the city, including all grounds, roadways, avenues, parks, buildings, campgrounds, swimming pools, equestrian trails, bicycle trails, hiking trails, and school facilities under the control, management, or direction of either the Semi-Valley Unified School District and the Semi-Valley Recreation and Park District. So apparently this is a city ordinance of Semi-Valley. Semi-Valley, by the way, your name sucks. What the fuck is that? Semi-Valley? We're a Semi-Valley. We'll just go with that for the name. Don't like, Habsburg or something. I don't know, something like, got some flair to it. Something. I mean, the Habsburg didn't even fucking have flair to it, but it sure as hell was better than Semi-Valley. Anyways, unless you got a lot of semis coming through, then that could possibly make sense. Anyway, I don't know, maybe it is. Seriously, someone's going to come back in the comment section and be like, dude, there's so many fucking semis that go through that place. To play or engage in the flying of motorized or self-propelled model airplanes or rockets or motorized self-propelled model cars and boats, the driving of golf balls, archery, baseball, softball, football, soccer, volleyball, and any similar game of a hazardous nature except at such places and times as shall be especially set apart for such purposes. So it's not just the race cars, it's everything. Anywhere you're throwing a ball, flying a car, throwing a ball, flying a plane, racing a car, doesn't matter. Space traveling in a boat, whatever you want. But apparently you got to do it in the designated area. Well, yeah, asshole. I mean, why? How is that so strange? Like, just like I'm sure like there's a designated area for people and their dogs to run around and play. Maybe they keep those separate for something like, like in that type of situation where it's like, oh, I don't want to be trying to play with my dog and play fetch. Meanwhile, you're fucking chasing it around with the damn race car where you keep zipping in out of nowhere and I'm fucking freaking my dog out and screwing with us and because you think it's funny or I can see that. I mean, it's not even saying that like everybody would do that by any means. I'm sure there's plenty of assholes out there that would troll the shit out of that. But I don't see it as a dumb law. So what? You should don't play baseball in the area where people are trying to have a picnic? Archery. Please don't play archery. Don't shoot arrows where people are like trying to fucking relax and suntan, and dogs are trying to catch frisbees. Just because the motorized vehicles are in there, the RC cars. Not to mention, have you seen some of those motherfuckers? They will get moving. I mean, I don't care who you are. You get hit in the leg at 35 miles an hour with an RC car, that shit's gonna hurt like a motherfucker. Your leg's gonna be split the fuck open. All right, I'm just saying. One may not raffle off a dog as a gift in any public place. It happened. People were trying to raffle off animals. What the fuck? They had to make a law. It is a violation to this title to sell or give away unaltered dogs or cats in any public places or to auction off or raffle unaltered dogs and cats as prizes or gifts. Why unaltered? Is that like saying that they don't have their shots? Is that what they mean by unaltered? I don't know. No person in the city shall publish or advertise to the city residents the availability of any unaltered cat or dog unless the publication or advertisement includes the unaltered animal's license number, provided, however, that nothing in this ordinance shall prohibit licensed breeders from advertising in national publications for sale of a planned litter or litters. So I don't know, that kind of makes me feel like so long as the animal's license number, that kind of makes me feel like that shoots a hole in my theory for like maybe it's like for animals that don't, but if they get a license number, don't they have to have their shots? I'm pretty sure, right? I mean, that's what those numbers represent, right? Possibly, yeah, it's the fucking vaccinations and the shots for the dogs and cats. Yeah, so I don't know. That sounds pretty fucking dumb, actually. Well done. Finally. Using a gas-powered blower at a business on Sunday is prohibited. A Sunday law. It's like we can never get away from a Sunday law. There's always got to be a Sunday law. Noise disturbance prohibition. Prohibition. Noise disturbance prohibited. No person shall make, continue to cause, or be made, or continued, or permit to allow to be made, or continued, any noise disturbance in such manner as to be plainly audible at any distance of 50 feet from the noisemaker. Okay, so it's just radios, television sets, musical instruments, and similar devices operating, playing, or permitting the operation or playing of any radio, television set, phonograph, drum, musical instrument, or similar device with okay, hold the fuck on. Forget the gas-powered fucking leaf blower, whatever. No. This thing is literally, see right down here, this is way more stupid. If your radio's up too loud, if your TV's up too loud on Sunday, you can get in trouble. That's what that's saying right there. Between the hours of 10 p.m. and 7 p.m., in such a manner as to create a noise disturbance across the residential or commercial real property line or at any time. Okay, that's the nighttime curfew noise. But that's not this is just a Sunday noise curfew, basically what it is. But that's fucked up. I'll tell you what, everybody, we are going to have more than two parts of this, of California. I hope you enjoyed part one. Join me again for part two. Shit, man. I can't believe I'm actually going to have to make a multi-part of this one. It's just I'm already a half hour in, and we're only through 2 pages. So, as always, remember, get baked, stay baked, all day, every day, from the grave to the grave. I'm Grave Knives. I'll see you next time.